Ross with Time Bond. She's our bridge engineer.
Hi.
So, sorry. So, as you guys know, we got great news in May of 2018 that we're getting a $5 million grant to replace the Cottage Street Bridge, which was followed up in December with the unfortunate news that we were forced to close it by Mass DOT. So I hired Time Bond to come up with a proposal and some cost estimates to do the work on the bridge. The cost estimates came in between $350,000 and $400,000 to repair the bridge to a suitable a place to be used again. So we're caught in this dilemma where we have a grant that we'll be getting in 5 years to replace the bridge and a $450,000 price tag to repair it to open it now. So I'm looking for guidance from you guys as to what to do. If you have any technical questions on the bridge, Andrea's here to help.
If we decided to close it, could we allow it to be a pedestrian bridge?
Yes.
With no weight limit?
Well, yeah, there would be weight limit imposed on it. So essentially, Mass DOT has rated the bridge as 0. So we would have to do an evaluation to determine what a safe load would be. So, you know, regular pedestrian use, I would not encourage parade activity on the bridge. And we may put some limitations and fencing off some areas where the worst stringers are located to keep weight off of those areas.
The pictures are on the back pages.
I'm sorry?
Bicycles?
Yes, that's regular pedestrian activity.
So yeah, if you look at the back pages of the report, you can see the condition of the stringers and color, some of the holes through them, which is the problem there.
Is there an extra copy of that?
I think, yeah. He's got some over there.
I got 3 extras.
And I can
These
get
are all
some online.
online as well. I can forward in with the email if they request.
Yeah, so what's available to you right now is a small portion of a very large load rating and closure report from Mass DOT. What I did was I took out the documents that highlighted the stringers, which is the reason why the bridge is closed. There's a lot more information supporting this document. It's 1,200 pages long, but here's about 25 of pages supporting the reason why the bridge is closed.
So I would follow up that we did know that the stringers were in bad condition, and Andrea had been working on that for years prior. But given that we had gotten the grant, we had focused all our attention on Division Street as it is the higher traffic area.
So I reached out to as many people as I could find who live back there. And the gist of the decision was it's a minor inconvenience and probably not worth the money to remove that minor inconvenience.
Andrew, do you have anything you want to add? Just come to the microphone.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Andrew Blackman, 14 Gilmore Avenue, and I didn't get the memo on the dark patterned shirts. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm not speaking for the neighborhood. I've spoken with about a half dozen neighbors, but I can't speak for the neighborhood. And I should also say that the bridge does not belong to a neighborhood; it belongs to the town. Anyone who uses it, just as Main Street doesn't belong to merchants, it belongs to everyone in town. So with those caveats, I think I would say it is a clear inconvenience and a bummer, but I would also say that I can't see, nor the non-scientific grouping of people I spoke with, can't see throwing good money after bad money. So basically, I'd say, we could take it on the chin and have the inconvenience for 5 years. I can't see having other residents of town pay those kind of tax dollars to repair a bridge that's going to be replaced. And I guess it's just a sacrifice that people I spoke to in the community support. The only thing I would ask is that the neighborhood is passing up like $400,000 in a bridge repair. Perhaps if we came back to you for 5% of that amount to go towards our park, which is for, by the way, everybody, not the neighborhood, and maybe helped us establish that as a better park with more amenities for everyone. And I'm not asking for any kind of guarantee whatsoever, but that might be a nice trade-off, because the neighborhood would be, saving the town $400,000. Something like 5% of that could go towards park amenities for the entire town in that neighborhood. That might be nice.
And I think the Parks department is working, Parks Commission is working on that.
Yeah.
And so, I think you don't even have to ask, I think that's probably gonna be some improvements to that park,
Sure.
so that's
I
good.
just, as a resident of that neighborhood, I just can't see us spending that kind of money, everyone else's money in town to, repair a bridge that's gonna be replaced, but it is a bummer.
Do I have a, yes, you may, of course.
I just want to suggest that the select board continue to reach out to Mass DOT to see, as the years go on, if the bridge funding could be accelerated so that you have it in an earlier year. I also think that the traffic impact, as people indicated now, is minor, but I want you to look ahead to when the Cyril's Hotel is being constructed, both during construction and then after, because those conditions may change and you may need to have the Cottage Street Bridge open at that time. You don't know for certain, but that's another reason why you wouldn't want one view of things now to inadvertently delay the construction of that. So
Makes sense.
that's my two advisories.
So do I have a motion to
By
advise?
the way, I would eagerly, support, maybe every 6 months asking DOT if it could be sped up, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I imagine that,
Doesn't hurt to ask.
that's certainly a possibility.
To this, the motion to recommend not doing a temporary fix on the Cottage Street Bridge.
Second.
The only thing I would add is, and it doesn't have to be part of the motion, so we see how we can make a walkway out of it and make it as nice as possible for at least people in the neighborhood who may wanna walk to Main Street and et cetera.
No, but I mean,
Just,
right now it's a lot of hurricane fencing, so.
Right, so MassDOT definitely, sorry, go ahead.
please go ahead.
I think MassDOT wanted to be sure that we really closed it in minutes, so we'll talk to them this
Sure.
week and see what we can work
Yeah,
out.
see what they,
Yeah,
I
maybe
don't want it
something,
to be part of the motion, cause they may say, yeah.
yeah, maybe something more aesthetically pleasing than what we have could be arranged.
exactly.
I mean, I'm for this motion, I think we're making a right decision, but I just, looking at what's in our agenda, which just says Cottage Street Bridge repairs, is not really specific. I'm wondering, and obviously Ed talked to people, Andy's here representing the community, that neighborhood, but I don't know if we're really reaching that neighborhood. Like, I feel as though there needs to be potentially a more public discussion about this before we really say, okay, we're not doing this until we get the real money.
So-
And part of me feels comfortable with saying that, but a part of me, it feels as though we're not being completely honest in this agenda about what we are discussing right now.
So I thought about this, and here's my take on this. This vote tonight can be changed. I mean, if 50 neighbors come up and they all really feel strongly about it, and we wanna change our mind, or the next board wants to change their mind, this is not a permanent decision where we're gonna put cement pillars down and close it for 5 years. It really is just, right now, the guidance we're giving them. So I think the best thing we can do is approve this. We have 4 reporters here. It will be in the newspaper, and if anyone disagrees with us, I would hope that they would reach out to us and we could put on another agenda. I do agree with you, though.
Process-wise, is that if there is if the board wants to change their mind or after another public meeting, you might have to have an action either in a special town meeting to allocate funds for this.
That's the
So
other
this is
interesting
not
part.
existing
There's no money
funds,
anyway, so.
Right.
But we could do it. I mean, we could have a special town meeting and et cetera.
I mean, myself think it is the smart move to not to keep the bridge closed until we can completely fix it. But my concern is the kind of lack of
It's
discussion.
easy for us to say we don't live there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So if you guys feel comfortable with the fact that if we do get a ton of complaints, we'll change our mind, then I think
Yeah.
I'll be comfortable with making that decision
Okay.
this evening.
Any other discussion?
One quick question.
Yes.
Sean, do you know roughly how long it would take to do these repairs if there came an instance within the next 5 years that we would need to?
Andrew might be able to help better, but I can say that we have to procure the funds still, so we're looking at a special town meeting. And then after that, actually, just doing the design, which I assume will be a few months anyway.
Yeah, so it would be a few months for design. It would have to go through a Chapter 85 approval process with Mass DOT, which would take a couple of months, and then a bidding process, public bidding process, and then the the construction process, so you're probably looking about a year.
A year and a half.
Before
Depend-
you're even doing the
If we
construction.
trigger, if we trigger the wrong time with our bidding process and we hit winter, we're probably looking at spring start, and you'll get a year and a half,
Yeah.
which puts us 3.5 years out from the grant.
Even if we were to start this process tomorrow.
Right.
Okay,
Thank
yes, Andy.
Yeah, short clarification, I'm not representing the neighborhood.
I'm sorry.
Representative of the neighborhood.
That you
No.
said that, and I apologize
Yeah.
for.
And, once again, that just seems like putting good money after bad money.
I agree.
So, and I also would agree with Kate that, this is awfully quick. I found out about this today. And I would encourage, my neighbors, if they feel strongly about this, to contact the board or even myself, if they feel like they need an additional hearing, if they feel it, they
Yeah.
do.
We certainly could have another public meeting.
Sure.
So a roll call vote, Kate?
I,
Yeah.
Aye.
Aye. Bill? And aye. Thank you very much. Okay. Citizen speak time.
No, see, contract.
Oh, I'm sorry, the contract, yes.